What's your favorite part of this car?
What I like is the touchscreen here.
It's like driving a spaceship.
Tesla executives are firing back at their competition in their first TV interview about mounting lawsuits filed by traditional auto dealers. Tesla VP Diarmuid O'Connell spoke to America Tonight.
We've been mischaracterized in a lot of the media and by some of the dealers associations as trying to destroy the dealer system, to eviscerate the dealer system. And you know, what I say is, look, if the dealer system is that weak in and of itself that it can't tolerate any competition, then it's probably not as good as all these dealers associations who would have us sell through them argue that it is.
To understand this conflict and how it could shake up the entire U.S. auto industry, you first need to understand Tesla.
Wow, the acceleration
Very
is
quickly,
insane.
I'm going almost 80 miles per hour.
The fully loaded Tesla Model S is a $100,000 modern marvel. All electric, no emissions, able to travel 300 miles on a charge.
This has got to be really fun to drive.
It is.
Arthur Blake from Atlanta, Georgia, bought one of the first 10,000 to roll off the line in California. Tesla was the dream of Elon Musk. The businessman who made a fortune on PayPal dreamed of changing the American car and the way we buy them, direct from the manufacturer.
I'm an IT guy, so I'm very comfortable with purchasing things online.
Was it hard to drop that kind of coin on a car?
It was a little bit of a stretch for me, but it was something that the more I thought about it, the more I really wanted it. An EV doesn't have to suck, you know. That was kind of what Elon set out to say. He said he wanted to make a car, an electric vehicle that didn't suck.
Did he succeed?
I think he succeeded wildly. I think he even surprised himself as to how well it turned out.
But another unwelcome surprise, a battle with major car dealership organizations. They want Tesla to conform to the traditional model of selling cars through independent dealerships, or else.
In essence, the Georgia Auto Dealers Association is trying to run them out of the state.
Why?
Because 99.95% of the market apparently is not enough for them.
Stephen Lang knows the ins and outs of car buying well. He's a columnist for Yahoo Auto, and he runs a small car lot outside Atlanta, Georgia, the latest Tesla battleground.
They want every single vehicle sold through a new car dealership. And they've more or less set up this patchwork of laws throughout the decades in order to create what is in essence what I would term a legalized theft cartel.
This Tesla showroom in Marietta is in the crosshairs of the Georgia Automobile Dealers Association. Since Tesla sells direct to consumers, bypassing franchise dealerships, an unusual state regulation bans more than 150 Tesla sales a year. The auto dealers lobbying group claims Tesla exceeded that limit, so they've filed a petition with the state to force this showroom to shut down.
Have you broke the law in Georgia and sold too many cars direct to consumers?
My clear understanding is that we have not sold directly in Georgia beyond our maximum.
O'Connell is one of Elon Musk's right-hand men.
Are these legal battles brought on by auto dealers associations hampering Tesla's success?
I would love to be spending my time doing other things and traveling to state capitals and arguing before legislatures and our lawyers submitting briefs to courts. But, you know, on the flip side of it, it's probably allowed us to get the word out. I mean, you're here to learn about Tesla, and I'm telling you about the dealer issue.
That issue has touched every corner of the U.S. Iowa recently stopped Tesla from offering test drives. Tesla has been banned from selling any cars from showrooms in Texas, Arizona, New Jersey, and Maryland. And legal battles are brewing in other states like Georgia.
We wanted to know what's really motivating the Georgia Automobile Dealers Association to try and shut down Tesla, but they wouldn't sit down and answer our questions. Instead, they sent me a short email that said traditional car dealerships increase competition and provide some consumer protections. We also reached out to the National Automobile Dealers Association. They said they're not really involved in this Tesla issue, even though many say a video on their website suggests otherwise.
Because cars are expensive and car buying is complex, governments set up dealer franchise laws to protect consumers. and dealers make this complex process simple. But recently, some have suggested weakening these laws or eliminating them to bypass dealers completely.
Tesla has chosen to enter the marketplace knowingly and willfully in violation of the law.
Jim Appleton runs the New Jersey Auto Dealers Association, another state battling Tesla in court.
A writer for Yahoo Auto has accused auto dealer associations across the country, including yours, of operating basically a cartel because of the influence you have over state legislatures. Does he have a point?
Many people think that those franchise laws, which prohibit manufacturers from directly retailing cars to consumers, were enacted to protect dealers, local businesses.
Weren't they?
But that's not true. No, they were actually enacted to protect consumers. They're enacted to protect consumers because the franchise system is an extraordinarily efficient way of distributing vehicles and promoting competition.
Appleton claims traditional car dealers look out for their customers.
I mean, let's face it, everybody does what's in their interest. Everybody does what's in their economic interest. Dealers' economic interest is to serve consumers, compete for your business, and carry out your warranty and safety recall services.
The auto dealers associations, though, say by cutting out the middleman, by cutting out a franchised auto dealer, you don't have someone to go to bat for you in case there's a problem with the car. Who helps a Tesla customer?
That's a really interesting relationship. You know, arguing that it's only dealers in a recall situation that will stand up for the customers, which is an interesting position and one that's worth exploring given the fact that if this were the case, one would have expected the dealers, perhaps in the case of this recent problem at GM, to have raised the red flag.
Tesla's banking on a resolution to this dealer dispute. On top of their factory in Palo Alto, California, they're breaking ground on a new facility in Nevada.
There is a patchwork of laws around this country right now. You can sell cars in some states, you can't in others, you can't test drive cars in some states. Do we need some federal intervention here?
Certainly it would be more efficient to do this in one fell swoop at the federal level, either through the Congress or through the courts.
Aren't you going to miss your Mustang, though?
Yes and no.
Christopher Santa is caught in the middle of all of this. He's waiting for his custom-ordered Tesla to be delivered to Georgia.
It was the best car buying experience I've ever had, and I've bought over a dozen cars in my lifetime so far.
No blow-up gorillas on the roof?
No blow-up gorillas.
Balloons?
No, nothing. No, none of that nonsense. It was, here's your car. These are the options you've selected. This is the price. Here's where you sign, and we signed. And it was tremendous. And that's my car.
Santa designed his car on the internet, test drove it at the Georgia showroom, and put down a deposit. He's not sure how the unresolved issues between Tesla and state regulators will affect delivery.
I'll do whatever I have to do to get the car, obviously.
You're not going to let the Dealers Association stop you?
No, absolutely not.
Tesla has yet to sell 100,000 cars. As they grow, traditional dealers predict Tesla will have to conform to their standards.
I think once Tesla gets their supply ahead of demand, they will run, not walk, to establish franchisees.
So Tesla may be part of your organization someday.
We would welcome them. We actually have the electric charger in the parking lot.
Will there be a day where Teslas are for sale in all 50 states? That you could walk into a showroom and test drive one?
Certainly that's our intent.
You want to see the engine?
Yeah, let's see the engine.
All right.
There is no engine.
It's called the frunk.
The frunk?
Yes.
This is the frunk.
It's the frunk, and that's short for front trunk.
In the meantime, die-hard Tesla fans proudly show off their cars, hoping to spark a car-buying revolution, one vehicle at a time.
Will you get another Tesla?
Absolutely. Absolutely, without hesitation, as long as I can afford it.
Ah, the price. Tesla's next challenge. Adam May, Al Jazeera, Atlanta.